All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to start by giving all the praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rachak, Wadash. Double honor to the elder apostles and bishops of the great millstone that rule well. As always, peace, blessings, and salutations to the hopeful elect tabernacle of David, scattered abroad throughout the four corners of the earth. Now, I'm pretty sure all you brothers and you sisters out there are aware of, what took place where you had a global IT outage that impacted, very key infrastructures that this government been warning about, which, I don't think is coincidence, of course. We know that a lot of these events that take place is coordinated, especially if they've been predicting it, especially if they've been having simulations about them. We know how this devil gets down. All right. But, they're reporting that, banks, airports, IT companies, hospitals, a lot of things got affected by an outage, 911 systems. And we've been seeing these things happen incrementally, going back sometime last year, going into this year. You had certain telecommunication companies that was having outages and people were showing up to their providers trying to figure out what was going on. So I wouldn't put it past this devil, of course. And they just had this big WWF RNC convention. Trump coming out, proud as hell. Hulk Hogan with that old tired ass mustache coming out. All these entertainers coming out, to keep you people sleep, giving you the theatrics and entertainment, to keep your mind on something completely different and away from what these devils are doing behind closed doors. That's why the scriptures talk about, watching, right? Scriptures say to, watch as well as pray. So I'm going to play this little clip right here. This guy's going to, say what's going on. And then I'm going to, I'm not going to make this a long video, but I'm going to, bring a few precepts out. But, this should keep brothers on their toes, of course, keep their head on a swivel, and constantly be ready for anything to pop off. Because it's a lot of distractions going on. And then you have these type of incidences occurring. All right, just yesterday, our systems were kept going in and out at my job, and we couldn't get that much done because, it would go out, then it would come back on. We'd be able to do only so much until it will go out again. And I wonder if we're going to have that same problem today, who knows, but, that was interesting. So, now we see what's going on. All right. But let me play this clip.
Being described as a global IT outage. Airports, banks, media companies like the one I work for at ABC 7 News in San Francisco have all had network disruptions. And these companies impacted not just in the States, but around the globe. Hospital workers across the country tell me their systems were impacted. Hotel workers say the same. 911 systems in certain cities have been impacted. And as I report all of this, it's just after 5 a.m. on the East Coast, just after 2 a.m. on the West Coast. The company CrowdStrike, a U.S. cybersecurity company, has admitted to being responsible for the error and are working to fix it. CrowdStrike is based out of Austin, Texas. The FAA said at one point air traffic controllers had to tell airborne pilots that airlines are currently experiencing communication issues. That is why flights were grounded at one point. American Airlines says this is a problem with CrowdStrike and they are working to resolve the issue as quickly as possible.
CrowdStrike. Interesting, right? Now, as I mentioned, they've had simulations on these type of scenarios. Remember this? going back a little over 3 years ago, all right, where the WEF, they were having exercises about cyber attacks on the infrastructure. So let me play this clip real quick. This is about 1 minute 42 seconds.
The COVID-19 pandemic has shaken our economies and societies to the core and shown us how vulnerable we are to biological threats. In the digital world, similar risks are being overlooked right now. A cyber attack with COVID-like characteristics would spread faster and further than any biological virus. Its reproductive rate would be around 10 times greater than what we've experienced with the coronavirus. To give you an idea, one of the fastest worms in history, the 2003 Slammer sapphire worm, doubled in size approximately every 8.5 seconds, infecting over 75,000 devices in 10 minutes and almost 11 million devices in 24 hours. Fortunately, at least until now, cyber attacks have not impacted our health the way pandemics have, but the economic damages, and therefore the impact they have had on our daily lives, have been equal and sometimes even greater. You see, the only way to stop the exponential propagation of a COVID-like cyber threat is to fully disconnect the millions of vulnerable devices from one another and from the internet. All of this in a matter of days. A single day without the internet would cost our economies more than 50 billion US dollars, and that's before considering the economic and societal damages should these devices be linked to essential services, such as transport or healthcare. As the digital realm increasingly merges with our physical world, the ripple effects of cyber attacks on our safety just keep on expanding at a faster pace than what we're preparing for. COVID-19 was known as an anticipated risk. So is the digital equivalent. Let's be better prepared for that one. The time is now.
So as you can see, they've been pushing this, for quite some time, preparation for it. And then they're telling you what the impacts can cause, if this were to occur. And since last year, we've been seeing all these temporary outages, with these telecommunications, phone providers, banks, so they're preparing for something, man. All right. And people are going to be caught off guard because everybody's distracted. A lot of people have that carefree, careless attitude, and they're not going to see it coming, man. At least the scriptures tell us. Let me get Proverbs, because we've been talking about the possibility of them shutting everything down, a possible EMP, all type of stuff, and it just falls on deaf ears. But that's good, because these people are going to perish because they got their head in the sand. Proverbs 22:3 says, "A prudent man foreseeth the evil and hideth himself, but the simple pass on and are punished." And a lot of these people are proud. They got their mind all into this election, and Donald Trump is going to be that guy who's going to save America. These people are delusional, man. They're in they're on an alternate universe somewhere, man. They're not living in reality right now, and this is one big enchantment that's going on. All right, it tells us in Isaiah 47, "Stand now with thine enchantments." All right, all this election stuff. Biden, losing his faculty, so they're saying that by this weekend he's supposed to announce stepping down, and they getting together the next candidates, to run. Trump already got his VP candidate. If Biden go step down, they trying to see if they're gonna put Kamala to, like, this shit is a shit show, man. But this is all just showing, all right, that America is on its way out, man. All right, this place is finito, through the mum. And the writing is all on the wall, man. We ain't got nothing left here. All right. The scriptures tell us to arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest. Okay. So it's going to be up soon, man. And these people have no idea. Okay, they making all these promises at these conventions and these debates and all this stuff. Man, this is what the scriptures say. 1 Thessalonians 5:1, it says, "But of the times and the seasons, brethren, you have no need that I write unto you. For yourselves know perfectly that the day of the Lord so cometh as a thief in the night. For when they shall say peace and safety, peace and security, then sudden destruction cometh upon them as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape." And it's going to come upon everybody that dwells on the face of the earth. And this is why the Lord said to, pray, watch as well as pray, and don't be charged with surfeiting and drunkenness and cares of this life. Like who you finna vote for, and if you down with the blue side or with the red side, it's all distraction at the end of the day. All right, this beast is really getting ready to make his move. All right, and they working on both sides, man. They both are together. People still failing to see this. All right, but what was the coincidence? What was the odds of this taking place right after the convention yesterday with all the WWF antics? When they distract you, they trying to divert your attention away from something. Okay, with all this political theatrics. It's Luke 21:34 says, "And take heed to yourselves, lest at any time your hearts be overcharged with surfeiting and drunkenness and cares of this life." Physically drunken, but also drunken, all right, with all of the foolery. All right. All this political BS, that people are drunk off of right now. And so that day come upon you unawares. For as a snare shall it come on all them that dwell on the face of the whole earth. And it's coming. And, the scriptures give warning. The prophets, the men of the Lord been out there giving warning. And we're not going to stop. And then you better be afraid when the family of the word hit, when we can't go out there and teach, when we can't put no videos up. Because they shut everything down. Everything is out. Can't get on the internet. And a lot of people that don't have this, they're going to bug out and they're going to go and try to search. And it's going to be closed to them. That's why it's best to get all this right now, while you can. These devils about to try to pull something, man. And that's why we always quote when Paul said, lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we're not ignorant of his devices. They sleep not except they have done mischief. So they got to, pull some strings behind the scenes. They do that diligent search. It says, "Watch ye therefore and pray always, that you may be accounted worthy to escape all these things that shall come to pass and to stand before the Son of Man." All right, so we just gotta, stay focused. And oh shit, I didn't even mean to do that. But I went and searched Cyber Polygon, because that was the name of the first exercise that the WEF ran. And then I came across this right here. This is from a month ago. Cyber Polygon returns to simulate an advanced targeted attack on a tech company. Okay, and this is supposed to be based in Saudi Arabia, where they're going to have a conference on it in sometime in September. So why are they having these exercises, in these different countries all over the world? We know that they're getting ready to merge this system into one big digital global system of biometrics and technology, everything going digital. Your monetary system, everything is going to be on that cloud. Okay, everything's going to be on the feed, and eventually including your money, which is something that Trump was claiming that he's against. He wants to. He's going to try to prevent the creation of CBDCs here in America, which he ain't above the program, but the elites gave him that role. All right, so he gonna save America from from the MOTB. Come on, man. This is the same dude who mentioned years ago about how he's gonna implement and it was, for people on the outside that was not citizens, but we know that this is the agenda for the world. He said that he was gonna implement a entry exit. What did he say? Entry exit visa tracking system, I believe. So don't get it twisted. If he gets in there, which is looking like he is, but we don't know. We don't know how things are turned. Things can take a wide turn. Knowing how this devil gets down, but he gets in there. This is the same man who talked about a biometric entry exit system years ago. Now there's even a clip of him actually saying it. Let's see if I can find that. But you basically know that, it all coincides together. A biometrics system where everything is being surveilled, traced, tracked. Is it this? Let me see. It says a directive for the Department of Homeland Security to expedite the completion of a program to record biometrics of foreign nationals arriving to and departing from the United States was tucked away in President Donald Trump's controversial executive order Friday suspending immigration from 7 countries and a refugee admissions program. And I believe, once enough chaotic situations start to happen, more assassination attempts or whatever, or a false flag, so-called coordinated attacks. And they let all the illegals into the country. Biden let millions of them in. You got Ukrainians up in here that came here seeking asylum. You had those people from was it Afghanistan or Pakistan, one of those countries, where they shipped them over here. Once those Muslims got those guns, and Biden just let them get them. You know what I mean? So you got all kind of people in the country right now. And this can very well be one of those problem, reaction, solution scenarios. It's too chaotic. We don't know who is who. There's so many people in this country. And we know how Trump, when he was in office, how he felt about, immigration. So he would be the one that would implement that system. So that everybody can be traceable. All right. They launching digital IDs in various countries where it's actually mandatory that you get on board. So here it is. You finna start, and they're using these issues to corner you into being placed into this digital prison camp system. He said, the Secretary of Homeland Security shall expedite the completion and implementation of a biometric entry-exit tracking system for all travelers to the United States as recommended by the 9/11 Commission, says the executive order, protecting the nation from foreign terrorist entry into the United States. So, Trump can flip it and be like, we already got that problem now. We got, the previous administration let all kind of people in here. And now there's, attacks going on. There's terrorists in the country. So we're going to need everybody to get on board. And it's starting right now with, just being a part of that digital system, which they want everybody to cooperate with by 2030. And eventually that MOTB is going to be a part of that. You get this device implanted, then you already in the system. All right. So we're not ignorant to Satan's devices. All right. But right now, these are the problems, problem, reaction, solution. We got cyber attacks, so the systems that we have is faulty. We got to come up with a solution. And this is all about the reset. That's what this is all about, man. The global reset. And a lot of you people, oh boy, man. But you proud right now. Let's go to 2nd Ezra 8. Imagine if all this shit shut down, man. People will lose it because everybody's so used to everything operating and running as usual. So just imagine if everything just stops. You can't travel. You can't board your flights. You can't get on your social media platforms. You can't make calls to law enforcement if something, goes wrong. 2nd Ezra 8:50, it says, for many great misery shall be done to them that in the latter time shall dwell in the world because they have walked in great pride. And hey, pride go before destruction and a haughty look before a fall. These people are proud. And, what we've been saying is falling on deaf ears besides those, who are waking up. So Jake can't say that they ain't, the message ain't go out. You might want to come into to the knowledge of the truth so that you can be in the hands of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, so he can cover us. All right. Because we in the beginning of we coming into the beginning of sorrows. And it's gonna get bad out here for these people. So anyway, I'm gonna stop it there. And Lord willing, this was edifying. I'm gonna give all praise to Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. And until the next lesson, Shalom.